main page. She's having a cup of coffee the next morning and she says, I slept with one eye open after poking the bear and I still feel great. Rachel Fuda, I don't care what they say. I think you, for a second season housewife, are doing the job. It's unfortunate. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. So there's the recap. We have a few minutes to ourselves. We can talk before we get rid of before we move on to what comes next. Well, let me tell you all a few things. I don't know where we left off on our mini chat on Sunday when we kind of talked about this. I said, the reunion is canceled. We're going to get through as much of this as we can because we have to let Andrea Lopez in. We got to have some fun here. How did we get here? Margaret saying it's not sustainable. Dolores, I'm summing up in case you didn't listen to Sunday's episode. Dolores says it's not sustainable in interviews. Marge, Melissa, everyone says it's not sustainable. Andy, Teresa says I'll never speak to Melissa again. So basically, and I know what Andy says about the finale. We're going to get there. Basically, it's the same formula. We didn't know what to do. We brought everyone back. I understand it. If we didn't know what to do, we might as well bring everyone back. They kind of overestimated just how bored we would be. We are all bored. A whole nother part of it is the toxicity. And this is what we started getting into on Sunday. It's toxic. It's the same old, same old. So I personally think they canceled the reunion because it is so toxic. I personally think they canceled. Let me make it very clear to everyone. Well, let's not do that yet. Okay, let's hold up. So well, I guess, yeah, let's do. I mean, if the ratings were good, okay, because now we're going to get into Andy's statement about why there's no reunion. Andy Cohen made a statement, I don't know if you saw it, that all the producers, I think he said there were 10 producers, they all watched the finale. And yes, this finale is more than just Danielle and Jen Aiden smacking each other down. Melissa and Teresa do speak. So that is the only part of this that I understand. Like, if these two people are not going to speak at a reunion and they spoke in the finale, I don't think they spoke a long time, but they screamed at each other when it's like, you fucking bitch and takes one to know one, and you're the most, whatever it is, they interacted at least somewhat, like the way Tom and Ariana did at the reunion. But I mean, I don't think they would have at the reunion. So I understand if these are never going to speak and they spoke at the finale and there's the shit everywhere, everyone said so much to each other and everyone's saying it feels like closure. Andy says 10 producers watched it or whatever independently, and they all had the same feeling that it felt like closure. Are you fucking kidding me? I call complete bullshit on this. Complete. Because doesn't every finale feel like closure and complete? I mean, we have Beverly Hills and it ends and then it says Kyle and this and Morgan and Mauricio, that little blog they put on the screen. And this, I mean, every finale feels like a finale. You mean the Vanderpump Rules finale didn't feel like a fucking finale? They don't have 3 parts of New Jersey reunion in the past. They don't have 3 parts of Beverly Hills. They had 4. Even New York. Remember, they had 3 parts, and then they would do never before scenes. We had 4 extra weeks because the ratings were good. That's 4 million extra views, 4 million more views where we can sell 4 million or whatever worth of ad space, whatever the fucking equivalent is. I know how to sell ad space on this podcast. I know what it costs. Call me. You guys hate the ads. Oh, yes, you do. But some of you like them and you actually buy a lot of the stuff. Thank you. I love the ads. You get discounts. Why wouldn't you listen to get a discount? Like Crocs? Nobody wants Crocs. Now, I know what you think about Crocs. Oh, no, 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 no. I said this to my friend the other day and she's like, wait, Crocs has rebranded and they are fucking cool. Really, this isn't an ad. This is really like they're 20% off and they're dirt cheap to begin with. I own Crocs because they're actually stylish now. They're not what you think, like the chunky, whatever. Anyway, lost in the weeds again, David. Pull it back, girl. Pull it back. You're on air. So Bullshit. If the ratings were good, we would be having a 3-part fucking Jersey reunion. You mean to tell me Andy, Daddy Cohen, who just all 4 of you, 7 of you producers watched and all of you agreed that it was closure and there was no arguing or fighting and everybody said, let's cancel the reunion. I am so fucking sorry. That is such bullshit. I can't even say it with a straight face. It's bullshit. Bull fuck. I think the reunion is canceled because the culture is too toxic. We have Brandy and Caroline's lawsuit and McSweetie and all that going on. I think it's canceled because of poor ratings. That's what New York had. And I think it's canceled. No one's going to speak to anyone else. So what is the point? I really, really, so that's why I think it's canceled. Now, everyone wants to know what I think, where we go from here. I've said it already. Thank God here we interview actual celebrities. We talk about non-Bravo. This podcast will be fine. We are not 100% Bravo, nor will we ever be 100% Bravo. This is exactly why when I started, out of all the names that I was kicking around, I'm like, there's not going to be Bravo in the title, and we are not a Bravo podcast. We're a lot Bravo podcasts, but these podcasts that have Bravo in the title, or even worse, that focus just on New Jersey, girl, guy, you better fucking rebrand right now. Call me. I truly do consulting on the weekends. Whenever I say that, I get new customers. It's an hourly rate, and I do it. I do podcast consulting, business consulting, and life coach consulting. Every time I say this, I get new people to sign up. So, what does this mean? Look, everyone wants to know what I think is going to happen. Look, what do I know, right? I said Melissa Gorga was 100% going to be fired, but I feel there's 2 things that could happen. 2, A or B, and I feel there's only 2 things that can happen. Here's the good news for everyone who hates Melissa's old nose, and I will never be swayed in who to bring on this podcast. I bring on everybody who's on brand, and you decide if you like them, and you decide what you believe. It is not my job to play favorites. But here's some good news for everyone who's so angry over Melissa's old nose, and a lot of you loved her, please. Melissa's Old Nose, let me tell you something, was our highest rated series of episodes in 2024. Highest rated. The highest we were on the charts, the highest number of downloads, the highest number of ad sales, the highest. So a lot of you liked it. But here's some good news for all you people who love Teresa for the stumps. We have some stumps listening to this in the back row. I see a couple of you in the front row over here. Hi, stumps. Here's the good news, okay? I believe there's no way that they can keep anybody. This is my opinion. I don't think anybody on the current cast can be kept without Teresa. So I don't care what so there's the good news, stumps, stumper dumpas. Like,